Give me just a second. And alright, I noticed that the webcam is a bit foggy, and it's all cleared up. Okay. Anybody watching and or listening, thank you very much for joining me. Of course, today is just an edit stream, so I don't imagine that many of you will be here, but that's quite all right. Um, it's something I have to do anyways, and I just figured I might as well just go ahead and stream. And I talked through the whole way through it, so maybe you won't find it boring. Maybe you're cleaning the house or you're doing some like art that doesn't require you doesn't require you to do like a lot of thinking. And not saying that art doesn't require you to do thinking. I'm just saying maybe you're in the flow state and you can just like listen to stuff, podcasts and stuff. So maybe you want to listen for a few minutes and then you can shut it off or do whatever. That's fine too. Anyways, so today I'm doing some more editing. I'm still working on Enchanted Lands update number 12, and I am I'm gonna start. I'm gonna play this from the beginning within Blender. Just a preview playback, and I've been cleaning up a lot of uhs and ums and stuff in there, and I got it down to um, I got it down to about 12 minutes, and I'm not necessarily trying to get it any actual shorter, but there are some places where it's I took out a lot of the silence. So what you have is you have a lot of, when I say ums and ahs, and just like glitch glitch glitch, especially when you're a little bit close on your silence cutting. So, anyways, here I gotta put this over here on the other screen, and actually let's put Discord over there too, and we'll put that down there, which I probably won't even need to use. And actually, it looks kind of neat now because I got my YouTube. Um, well, here, I'll show you. Okay. Anybody that's actually watching it, which they're probably not, but that's all right. Well, I can't really do that, can I? But over there. See how it is? Anyways, this is Discord, and then this is OBS window, and this is IRC, and then this is my YouTube window. So it's a little out of sync or whatever. Um, anyways, it works perfectly because now all I have to do is just blip and then blip and then blip. Well, what am I doing? I'm doing this on the thing. What I meant to say is do this, then this, then this, then this. Anyways, that's dumb. Nobody cares. I'm just showing it. I guess I'm just showing it for fun, really. Uh, yeah. So now I have access to each of the windows, and I'm able to tell when somebody's pinging me over there on IRC, or in entering the chat, or even, well, Discord doesn't really matter that much. But okay, so now let's go to the desktop here, and we are presented with my edit, and it's actually almost done. It's just when I went back through it, like I don't know if you can tell this, but this is one solid chunk of video, where the rest of this is like just all cut the heck. Yeah, I'm never doing that again. I don't think. I probably won't have to though because I'd stopped recording a lot of the the actual um the actual video of me doing stuff, and just it's relegated to telling or showing stuff that I accomplished. And there's not much of that because I've been working on the story the whole time. And so, yeah. So the from 13 on, I believe it shouldn't be very hard at all to get those done and out. and then we'll see about the featured ones, because I'm going to start introducing actual development related video. Like I'm going to record some some development, maybe for B-roll. I don't know. Yeah, yeah. I didn't think about it too, because I could record a few minutes. I could record a little bit and exclusively as B-roll, and then the things that I talk about when I talk about it, I could use the audio from that as a narration over some of the stuff I did. Maybe I don't want to go back to recording a bunch of the video and then having to edit a bunch of video. So when I do my clips, I'm gonna have to keep them down to like less than a minute or something, just so I have a few clips that I can use, and so I don't go over that. 8 to 15. I think the max was going to be 15 minutes, and this is like under 12 minutes. This is 11 minutes. In actuality, this over here in this area is some overlay text, which I'm not sure I'll use this time, but maybe. But in any case, so we're about right here, right about here. So yeah, it's about approximately 11 minutes, and that would be acceptable. Uh-oh. Cozy. All right. And that would be acceptable. So, but right now, here, let's turn the desktop audio on because I am speaking while I'm doing things, and we'll see what we see here. Okay. All right. What the? Did I? All right. Now I'm gonna play this like I would play it normally, and then I'll see if there's some things I can clean up or not. Okay. The problem is that this is a tree-like structure. I can't connect to the same room from two different like parents, for instance. Like if I had something called Full I don't get the buzzing. Right? I'm probably still buzzing though. I haven't. Study. It would have to be a separate room node. This is from January 9th. Configure this so that I can go to any room that's connected, not use this recursive function I have in here. Again, to briefly describe the room manager, it changes the room. It checks for the parent or the children. So halfway house, its only parent is right here. Its children are study, hat room, and book of bells. Change room is easy. So you press a number, then it searches for the room. It searches through the parent. If the room name is the same as the parent, then it returns the parent. If it's the same name as one of the immediate children, then it returns the children. But I have no way of going anywhere else, and that's because of the nature of the tree-like structure. So I'm gonna have to rewrite it so that I can go to any room I choose via the name. Okay, so what I tried to do here is create a dictionary that included these room descriptor nodes as a scene. So I tried to add the path here, and it doesn't do that. Why? Because it's not an object path to something, to an object, I guess. And so it doesn't show up in here at all. It's not giving me errors though. So it may just mean that this would still work. Let's try something here. Wait a minute. Main menu dot exit output. Nothing. So apparently it just sees it as an empty value. So this is not legit because it's not some sort of type. Anyways, this does not work. This works as it always has. That is once I got it working. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. This works as it always has. You can just hit a number key, and you can go to an option and then 0 to quit. That works fine. I moved all of the scenes from its hierarchy to be under Room Manager. Although you can't really tell that Room Viewer is any different than the rest of these, other than the fact that it's an actual scene and these are not scenes yet. But these are all scenes, and then I just wrote a new function called Find Connected Room. Goes through the children's there by self, which is the room manager's the parent. So it's just going to go through all of these and then find connected room, make sure it's the room descriptor, then it checks for the name. And then I just change the input function, the input handler to use find connected room instead. And it works like it always does. And so So there's that. Okay, so now I have all these scenes I removed from the room manager because I'm doing it dynamically and I'm doing it with code. So what I did here was I modified change room to only take a string, which is the name of the room. Okay, so let's see here. Can I read that, or do I have to? I guess I have to switch the proxy to 100%. I guess. There we go. So that way I can read it a little bit before going back to 50%. I'm not sure if I still know how to use proxies correctly, but I finally figured out how to select a proxy. So yeah, and all I do is I build the 50%ers. That's what I think I do, anyways. Let's see here. Have I decided? Okay, so these are all scenes still. So by this time, I'm already putting them into scenes. This I'm already putting them into scenes, and so is that. They're individual scenes, I think. Yes. The scripts. Oh, I only have. Huh. I guess I only have 3 scenes in there. What did I do here? I switch them to individual scenes, but they're not scene files. Is that how that works? That's not right. I don't remember. Yeah, kind of weird. I mean, I guess I could go into GitHub Desktop and see if I could. Is it GitHub Desktop or just in GitHub in general? And find out where Book of Spells. Because for some reason the scenes aren't there. These should all be scenes, right? I think. No, no, no. Okay, so I guess I realized what I did here. At this point, I had moved everything under the room manager. I didn't have the tree hierarchy anymore. This would still work. Let's try something here. Wait a minute. Main menu dot exit output. Nothing. So apparently it just sees it as an empty value. So this is not legit because it's not some sort of type. Anyways, this does not work. This works as it always has. That is once I got it working. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. This works as it always has. You can just hit a number key, and you can go to an option and then 0 to quit. That works fine. I moved all of the scenes from its hierarchy. I actually don't really need to edit this. I was thinking about it, but I don't have that. Maybe there's some ums and ahs in here. I'll have to see if I can pop out or something. But okay. So this is kind of what I did. In fact, I almost should have. There almost should be a way that I should put it up there. Maybe I'll do that with the overlay text. Maybe the overlay text will I'll be able to show it. I might have to move it because it might actually be like a paragraph or like a sentence or something where it takes the whole screen space. But at this point, I was just simply moving. Since I was gonna make them individual scenes later, I moved all the rooms out of the tree hierarchy and the into just basically under room manager hierarchy to be under room manager. And that's just really what I just said. Room viewer is any different than the rest of these, other than the fact that it's an actual scene and these are not scenes yet. But oh, those aren't scenes. That's right. That's a script. It's because they're actually using the room node, the room descriptor node, basically, and so it's using the room script, and that's why those are there. and this is the only scene. Okay, that makes sense. A function called find connected room goes through the children's there by self, which is the room manager, is the parent. So it's just going to go through all of these and then find connected room, make sure it's the room descriptor, then it checks for the name. And then I just change the input function, the input handler to use find connected room instead, and it works like it always does. And so there's that. Okay, so now, so I guess what I will do though, actually I'm using the 100% proxy, and it seems to be working just as fast. So maybe I'll just leave that here while I do this. Let's see. Let's shrink it down a little bit again, so I can, and then let's zoom in a little bit because I want to see how this is kind of structured. I have way more spaces in this little setup here than I do in everywhere else because I was heavily editing those. And actually, this is a little bit better. But of course, this, huh? You know what? I should go ahead and remove some of the silent parts in here too. Of course, I won't be doing I won't be doing a lot of them, but I will zoom in a bit, and it's small anyways. It's not actually it doesn't take up that much space. So let me start by knocking out some of the silent parts in here, just a little bit. And actually, there, let's do this. There. Actually, with that, since I'm doing the soft cuts, I can probably close that. You know, I could probably have pulled the end down, but that is okay because I don't want to spend too much time on this. I'm not going to go too close with the spaces in this particular clip. It's not a big clip anyway, so it doesn't matter quite as much. But I did want to kind of clean it up just a little bit. And so we're going to start with that. And I'm going to try to keep talking a little bit here so that it doesn't get boring. Of course, anybody that's in here might not even be watching. You might be listening, which is also why I would probably need to be talking right now. And I'm mostly getting the kind of the mostly big gaps where there's silence. And I'm not even doing this for time. I'm doing this partly to be consistent with everything else because there's lots and lots of heavy editing for the rest of it. And then it also helps me identify the ums quicker. So, you know, if I have like a lone word or something, here we go. Almost done. Like I said, it's not a very big one. And there. And I'll probably save it after I cut it. I think that's almost about it. It's one area over here. I think that's about it. Here, let's. That, and I think the rest of these, oh, there might be a few. Okay, let's just go ahead and delete these silent spots here. And then I can see what I'm working with, see if there's any more silent spots. I'm not that zoomed in. I mean, I could go really zoomed in, but like I said, I kind of don't want to. I don't want to spend forever doing that with this. since this is actually mostly edited already. Oh, gotta save it. And there we go, I think that's it. Now, question is, yeah, let's see. See, there's a couple of these that do have spots in them that kind of need to be taken out. Delete. It's down, backspace. All right. Now, let's see if I can go through this set of clips again. Here. Like so, and I'm going to listen to it again and then see if there's anything else I need to kind of chunk out. This works as it always has. That is, once I got it worked. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. This works as it always has. You can just hit a number key and you can go to an option and then 0. Now, I just found out somewhere, I don't need to say this works as it always has, because the other part says that the other part says that didn't work because of the earlier thing that I tried didn't work. I almost could take that out. I almost don't need that part in there, and I might do that still, because it's just what I was trying to do is I was trying to do a path to a scene. I was trying to store it in a variable, and apparently you can't do that. I mean, I kind of understand why you can't do that, so it's not exactly like I was, I'm kind of dumb about programming and stuff. It's just that a path is not something that's it's not a variable. It's not something you put into. It's not a type, right? So I mean, I could put a path string. I don't know if I could access a scene like that directly. I'm not sure if I could do if I could substitute, if I could take the contents of a string variable and then use that as an actual path to an item. So um, so I kind of understood why I did that, but I might just end up taking that whole chunk out. Maybe we'll see. I guess. Actually, let's just look at that right now. Let's see if I need this clip at all, anyways. So this any room I choose via the name. Okay, so what I tried to do here is create a dictionary that includes. Yeah, I tried to put the path in the dictionary as a dictionary item. These room descriptor nodes as a scene. So I tried to add the path here, and it doesn't do that. Why? Because it's not an object path to something, to an object. Okay, so honestly, I probably don't need this, do I? I'm gonna say no, I don't, and that's gonna chunk a. Now here, let's do something here. What I want to do with these is now I want to switch the. I want to switch like the order. Let's see something here. I guess I'll take. Wait. I wish it would move with you. If it would do that. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Let's take this, and then I'm going to grab it. I'm going to drop it down here. So. Oh. No, that is what I want to do, isn't it? The Control Shift Z. There we go. Right, because this is a big long. This is actually a big long one. In this one sense. So now, what I want to do is I want to do this, and let's see if I can do it with Shift. These, and all I want to do with these is just move these. Yeah, these are going to line up very well. Why? Because they're too big. Actually, here, let's zoom in enough to where I can snap it properly. Oh, I don't need to snap it properly. That's right. That's right. I don't need to. All I need to do is just make sure that these can be in the thing by themselves, and I can remove the gaps. Like so. All right, let's do this. Backspace, backspace, backspace. Uh, S. Oh, yeah. It doesn't take long, I guess, for the memory to like fill up. So like I have to wait here a few minutes for it to catch up. That's also partly because I got so many edits here, so I can't imagine all the work that it's doing behind the scenes just to keep it working or whatever. So that's probably why it takes so long. Anywho, okay. So here, let's bump it up here first. So I'm going to have to rewrite it so that I can go to any room I choose via the name. This works as it always has. That is once I got it worked. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. This works as it always has. You can just hit a number key and you can go to an option and then 0 to quit. That works fine. I moved. Here, let's. This works as it always has. Now okay, so let's just remove that. Actually, let's move this back. Has once I got it worked. Wait a second. Okay, there we go. This works as it always has. Okay, let's go ahead and delete these two. These three, I mean. I'm making the short ones even shorter, which is kind of weird, but I guess that kind of is okay. This works as it always has. You can just hit a number key. What was I saying there? Duh? You can just... Duh. You can just hit a number... Let's see something here. You can just hit... you can just hit a number. I'm gonna go ahead and take that dive thing out, whatever that is. Here, actually, let's do this. It's on Snap. You can just hit a number. And maybe I'll grow it out just a little bit. Let's see if that works. You can just hit a number key. All right. Has you can just hit a number key and you can go to an option and then 0 to quit. That works fine. I moved all of the scenes from its hierarchy. Oh, this is one I was supposed to delete anyways. Well, actually, how long is this? Well, it's kind of long when I have it spread out like this. See, we're like about just over 10 minutes now. And that's actually fine. I could actually just leave it as far as the length goes. Huh. works fine. I moved all of the scenes from its hierarchy to be under Room Manager, although you can't really tell that Room Viewer is any different than the rest of these, other than the fact that it's an actual scene and these are not scenes yet. But these are all
You don't
scenes,
say.
and then I just wrote a new function called Find Connected Room, goes through the children's there by self, which is the Room Manager, is the parent, so it's just going to go through all of these and then find connected room, make sure it's the room descriptor, then it checks for the name. And then I just change the input function, the input handler, to use find.
I need to clean that up a little bit. That's partly what I was trying to work on today.
For the name. And then I just change the input function, the input handler, to input handler, the input handler to, and then I just change the input function, the input.
Let's remove that. And page down and backspace.
Function, the input handler. Change the function, the input handler. And then I just change the input handler to use find connected room instead. Input handler to input handler to the input handler to.
Oh, let's see what's going on here.
The input handler.
Okay, let's go ahead and we're going to chunk. We're actually going to chunk this off here. Actually, going to do this here, like so. Chunk it off there. Delete that. Backspace. Keep down.
Change the input handler to.
Now that works.
Use find connected room instead, and it works like it. Room instead, and it works like it. Connected room instead, and it works. And it works. Room instead, and it works like it always does. And connected room instead, and it works like it always does. And so there's that. Okay.
I don't need there's that either, even if I might want to put it on there.
And it works like it always does. Okay, so now I have all these scenes I removed from the Room Manager.
Okay, yeah. I was going to go over the big edit and remove a lot of the extra junk that I have in there. Since I cut it down so good, now I have to see if I can keep it smooth.
Okay, so now I have all these.
Wait.
Always does. Okay, so now
Let's take some now out of there.
And it works like it always does. I have all these scenes I removed from the Room Manager because I'm
going to leave that back in. Okay.
Always does. Okay, so now I have all these scenes.
Here, let's take the OK off. I mean, I realize that maybe it's not that big of a deal, but
it works like it always does. So now I have all these scenes I removed from the Room Manager because I'm doing it dynamically and I'm doing it with code. So what I did here was I modified.
I don't need that. There's a lot of this ancillary, like, speaking that I probably don't need here. Let's see.
And I'm doing it with code. I modified change room to only take a string.
Now, let's put the gap back in, and then I can zoom in a little bit, and then I can add a little bit of lead space on each side. And then I can do that, and
I'm doing it with code.
I modified change room to only take a string, which is the name of the room. What this code I just added does is change room does is it brings in the string.
Okay, so there's a lot of extra words that maybe I could cut down.
String, which is the name of the room. What this code I just added does is change room does is it brings in the string. Name of the room. What this code I just added does is change room.
Okay.
What this code I just added does is change room does.
And let's delete these two and backspace.
The name of the room. What this change room does is it brings in the string.
Okay, that's a little. Here, actually, here, let's do this. Oh, I don't want to do that. Let's just. Oops. Do it. No. I just leave it. Okay. Page down, backspace.
What this change room does is it brings in the string, it checks to see if the current room is not null, then it will remove the child because presumably I added the child already. Then it frees up the memory for that, and then I set it to null explicitly just to make sure that I'm sure. And then once it's null,
I can remove the and then part, and then I can take this and give a little bit of space here. You know, I was taking off some of this lead space, lead and trailing space, but really,
sure that I'm sure. Once it's null, I can load the scene file based on this string.
and that actually looks like some place where I can actually shave it a little bit. And only just slightly, but keeping out most of these spaces. Page down, backspace.
I can load the scene file based on this string, and so notice how it says res scenes, which is the path. And so,
see, I don't need that and so part. So let's just go ahead and delete that.
this string. Notice how it says res scenes, which is the res scene. Scene.
Here, let's see if we can delete that little part out. Yeah, so sometimes I can be a little bit overzealous in this because I'm new to this kind of editing here, but eventually I'll get my editing legs here. What kind of edits are you attempting? Right now I'm just watching. Wait, right now I'm just editing out. No, right now I'm just I'm just editing what I'm trying to say to you. Right now I'm just smoothing out some of the lines, removing words and phrases, making sure it flows right after I had removed all the silent spaces. So yeah. So if you're listening or watching White Hot Robot, I'm basically just making sure everything kind of flows because I went and aggressively like removed like all the spaces. I even got down to like a 16 frame granularity on this big long strip, and so now some of it sounds pretty choppy, and I'm just going through and making sure that it doesn't sound quite as choppy. It'll still sound choppy, but not quite so bad. And I kind of tend to like when I talk, sometimes I tend to stutter a little bit. I tend to like repeat things over because I'm thinking one thing and then I meant to say something else, and so I kind of stumble over my words a little bit. And so I'm just making sure that
I am smoothing that out. That's why I got the audio on here. The string. Notice how it says res scenes, which is the path here, and then I concatenated the room name, and then concatenated .tscn scene file, and then I instantiated it right there, and then I added the child to the room manager because it's. I think I'm saying too many and thens though. Let's see here. The scene file based on the string. Notice how it says res scenes, which is the path here, and then I concatenated the. Okay, so I have to find here, and then I concatenated. Wait. Scenes, which is the path here, and then I concatenated the room name, and then let's see if I can remove that and then part. Let's make sure. Name. Okay. Concatenated the room name, concatenated .tscn scene file, and then I instantiated scene file, and then I instantiated it right there, and then I added the right there, and then I. Yeah, I mean, these are conjunctive. I don't know, conjunctive phrases or whatever. When I say and then, I don't want to do too many of those and thens. I added the child to the CN scene file, and then I instantiated it right there. I added the child to the room manager because it's actually in the room manager. So now it just does it. Now it just. Yeah, I had that. So now I'm gonna take that so now out because I already say now, and that way it just kind of flows better. It actually still reduces the amount of time, amount of space. Matt J, I would, but right now I'm in the middle of my edit stream. Maybe later though. Let's see. How long have I been on? Ooh, I've been here. Well, I actually haven't been here an hour and 30 minutes. I just kind of just started almost. The stream has been up for an hour and 30 minutes, but I don't think I've been working for an hour and 30 minutes. In fact, I don't even know. What's that? 1 o'clock? 1 o'clock. And right now it's 2 o'clock? Oh, maybe I've been on an hour. Maybe I have been on. Not an hour and a half that the stream's been on, but an hour proper that I've actually been working. Anywho, let's get back to it. It's actually in the room manager. Now it just does everything like normal. If the room exists, if it's not null, basically it will. Here, let's see if I can clean that up. If the room exists. Yeah, say if and I do that a lot. I do a lot of this kind of stuttering thing. I don't really have. I guess I don't. No, I might have used to have the problem with stuttering. Maybe I keep thinking in my past that I did have a little bit of a problem with stuttering when I was a kid. I'm not sure, but if the room if okay, so I just had to identify where that was. This is why I want some Blender functionality to allow me to play it slower with sound, so that because this happens in split second here. This is this is frame 8, this is frame 16, 24. So this is every 8. So right here we're at 24, 32, and then that should be 40 there. But it's actually 42, but that doesn't really matter that much. But so roughly how many seconds is that? It's roughly 40. Is that 40 frames? What am I thinking? 40. 8 to 40 is 32 frames. Anyways, 32 frames. That's like half a second. So sometimes I want to get down like really small because I want to remove something right at the point of where I say it, and then And if I could play it slow with the audio on, so it played the audio slow, then I could pinpoint exactly where I wanted to cut. As it is, I have to keep playing it over and over again until I find the right spot. Anyways, that should do it. Backspace. Now it just does everything like normal. If the room exists, if it's not null, basically, it will add the description to the actual viewer text like it does normal. And then I modify like it does normal. Okay, I don't need that like it does normal. So I almost could remove some of these spaces. To the actual viewer text. And then I modified the input. And then I modified the input event a little bit. I removed here, viewer text. And then I guess I could leave that in. I kind of don't want to, but I wish I had had a space in between there. I wish I'd have said and then I or whatever, just so I could leave the then in, but I could remove the I part. But that's the way that goes. We modified the input event a little bit. I removed this choice thing, and it still does the action name. And it still does the action name. And it still. Oh, okay. So I was saying still there. Since this looks like here, let's see if I can bump it over one, and let's go ahead. It still does the action, and it still does the action. Let's I can't really do that. I can't grow it. See, I don't have a. In order, see, this is kind of the deal with the ripple edit. If I could, now it would have to be a specific like key combination or a specific option or something because this is a kind of a separate deal. But if I wanted to move everything down from this point on, if I had my ripple editing button and I had it on, then I could grab this and I only have to grab this segment. I don't have to grab the whole thing, and then I could move it and it would move everything down because it would be in ripple editing. And then that way I could tweak the spaces in between here. But as it is, this is the way it works. So it still does the action name. It still pick the choice number 1 through 9, but then it directly brings in the string and then loads up the room based on the choice. Remember, let's go. Directly brings in the string and then loads up the room based on the choice. Remember, let's go to halfway. There, I said the twice. The choice. Remember the choice. Remember the choice. Okay. In fact, I even do this little bit of finessing where I extend the end out here a little bit so that then it has some extra deal and doesn't sound run on, even though it will still sound a little bit run on. So the choice. Remember. Wait. On the choice. Remember the choice. I must have said the two times. The choice. Remember. Based on the choice. Remember. Let's go to halfway. Let's do something here. I removed the gap, right? Let's take this and let's actually do that. Okay. Remember the choice. Remember. Let's see if I can extend this out just a little bit, and then extend this out a little bit, and then back. Oop, and then I can backspace, and then it should sound a little bit more natural, just slightly. On the choice. Remember, let's go to halfway house again, scene, and remember how the choices are here. Study hat room book. Remember, let's go to halfway house again, scene, and remember how the choices are here. Study hat room, book of spells. Those are the. Wait a second. Did I say remember twice? Let's see here. Room based on the choice. Remember, let's go to halfway house again, scene, and remember. Okay, I can remove this remember part too. So now we'll see how this flows based on the choice. Let's go to halfway house again, scene, and remember how the choices are here. Study hat room, book of spells, those are the names, and so that's what goes into there. And so all it's doing is loading up the correct scene, which is down here, and there you have it working. And then and there you have it. Let's take the and out of there. Can I take the and out of there? Correct scene, which is down here. There you have it working. And then when I want to quit the game completely, I make sure I remove the child current room if it's not null, and then I free the area of, and then oh, I can actually remove. Then I can still say and, but let's remove end. Uh, no, let's remove then. Let's say page down, backspace, page down, page down. Current room if it's not null, and I free the area. And actually, let's go ahead with this, and we're going to scooch that a little bit. And I free the area of the space taken up by current. This looks like there's actually quite a bit of space in here, so occasionally I'll see something where the space looks large enough that I want to remove it. Of the space taken up by current room. I don't know if it actually frees it. It says queue free. That means it puts it in queue, and then when you go to load it up again, I think it manages it somehow or whatever. This is the final result here, and that is everything works like it's supposed to. Go there. Go there. Let's just I'm just gonna chop out a little bit of this extra kind of dead space because I'm not there. That. And that is everything works like it's supposed to. Go there, I can hit 0 to, I can go back to the foyer, I can hit 0 to quit. And everything works like it should. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to create our new door object. And now let's see something here. I might. Oh, that isn't even the long one. This is the long one. The long one might be like it's meant to be, anyways. See, now I've got it under 10 minutes. It's still right. 9:58. So we're at right at 10 minutes. I could just do this. I could just do this as is. I was thinking. Okay, so I was thinking of a couple things. I'm probably gonna go through this big chunk here because I want to make sure that it flows too, that its audio flows too. But there's two things. One is I could do the old way where I do a crossfade, and I did that primarily when I was just selecting random like 1 minute clips just to show the different things I was doing. But it didn't really matter because I'm not showing you like the whole thing. I'm just showing you the clips, and so I crossfade them. And when I do that, I have to crossfade the audio and the video separately because for some reason it doesn't really work correctly. And so usually I put these into metastrips to make them easier to manage. So first I'd have to disconnect the audio and video. Then I'd have to select all the video clips for the particular strip I wanted. The way these are divided, they're kind of divided like scenes. They're not really scenes, but they're kind of like scenes. And so I'd make this a meta strip, and then this little one a meta strip, and this bigger one, and the long one, they'd be separate meta strips, but just for the video part, and so I could do the crossfade. Then I do the crossfade, and then I go and take the audio ones and kind of do the sort of the same thing with that. Although I was thinking that if I applied audio, if I could apply some audio crossfade in between the, why does that look like it's overlapping? It's not though, it's just the way it looks, I guess. anyways, so with the, I think, so it's kind of hard to do crossfading audio and to do all of these as one clip. That's why I tried to put them in the metastrips. But the metastrip doesn't seem to work. In fact, none of the audio stuff seems to work on a metastrip, even though it acts like it does, but it really doesn't. So then what I'm left to do is I'm left messing with individual. Either I do like a keyframing deal where I modify the sound with keyframes, which I can do. Um, but the keyframe thing only works with a particular strip or clip. So if I wanted to do it over this whole thing, I'd have to go in individually and make sure that the clips are at the right, like the right level. Like, and it's kind of hard to do that. Or I'd have to just do the first and last clip, and that may only be a few frames or a second or something. So I don't really have a good way of treating all of these audio clip pieces as a single clip. You know, I could go into something like Audacity or something, but it means I have to export the audio as this, which means I have to render this out first, and then it's kind of a big pain in the butt. So I can either try to mess with the crossfading thing and finding a way of making it do it kind of correctly, or I can just leave them abrupt, and just put the text overlays for each part, or I could put a little like cards the in between the quote unquote scenes, which which means I need to put some text in there. You know, I could do a combination of things. I don't know. It's kind of a big pain in the butt. I can just take this as it is, no overlays or no nothing, and let whoever kind of figure out what they're looking at themselves. I mean, that kind of I don't know that that would draw people in to watching in an update. So I'm not sure. I know you could join things in certain modes, but I wonder, is there like a join? So this has crossfade sounds, two selected sound strips, see? Right? And it's got to be two selected sound strips. I can't treat it, I can't treat multiple clips as a single sound strip. I mean, it doesn't do that for some reason. And I get that. But that's what the meta strip should have handled that. Should have been able to, it should be able to select the two audio meta strips and have it crossfade the sound like it would. Again, it would require an external audio program. That's kind of one of the things they could do. They could update the audio editing in this a little bit, because like I said, right now I have to render it out. So I'd have to render it out like this. I have to render out each clip, and then I could bring it back in as a single audio source. Hmm. I mean, it's a thought, I guess. I guess I could try it. And actually, what I'd have to do is I would have to basically put the frame range to each set of clips that I wanted to render out. Render out. I'd render the animation, and then I bring it. I have to find some way of ripping out the audio portion, or if I don't know if. Oh, it does have a render audio function though, so I could potentially have to render the audio and then go to an external program. Well, actually, I wouldn't have to go to an external program. I didn't think about that. If I can just render audio, I could select the frame ranges that I wanted, uh, render the audio, and then put the audio back underneath the video, And it does mean re-encoding the audio to where it's like lesser quality, but I don't know if anybody would notice because all I'm doing is talking. So, video to rejoin everything you need to bounce or export it as a new file. Unless 3.6 or higher is a new feature for that. Nope, it doesn't seem to. So yeah, I'll have to render each audio strip separately and then bring them back in. It might not take that long for just audio though. Oh, okay. Bounce, I get it. Export. Hmm. Render. Oh, render. Render audio, render animation. And in order to do that, I have to go to each clip and actually uh, make sure the frame start and end are actually just on the clip that I want to render the audio from. And I could do that, I guess. Maybe I should. I don't know. I'm gonna have to go ahead and still continue my streamlining part here before I do that, though. I need to make sure that this is at least somewhat coherent and it doesn't have too many starts and stops and stutters and stuff before I do that. I was even hoping I could start on 13 today, but I don't think I'll get to update 13. I might get finished with this, though, maybe, if I'm lucky. But let's see. Let's just go ahead and let me work on the continuity, you might say, or just making sure everything kind of sounds okay here. Okay, so what we're going to do here is we're going to create our new door object, and okay. Already, I got an in there. Try to remove all the uhs. Object, object. Okay, it's right here. Create our new door object, and I'm going to do that by creating a new script and call it door. I'm going to make sure that we're in scripts create. So I want to take the room, so I'm just going to copy these two here. Copy, let's go to door, paste, but we're not going to call it room. That's another thing the Blender VSE could use, and that is it could use a thing that while you're playing back, it will update your position so that I don't have to follow it manually. Although update position might have to be like a button or something because you might not necessarily want it to keep updating. You might want to stop somewhere. So if you find a way of stopping, you can stop by clicking somewhere while it's still playing, and it will still play, but then the window will remain here. But maybe there should be an option to follow the playhead when you're playing. We're going to call it door. We're not going to call this room name. We're going to call this destination. We'll say blank room, which is fine. We're going to add a door to the study. Let's put it right under there. Door. There we go. We'll make a copy of the main menus. Duplicate. I'll call it upper level to go back to the lower level. So we're not going to the foyer from here. We're actually going to go to the lower level from here. We just want to clear this out. We don't want to actually remove the item. Okay, like that. Upper level is its own room. I'm not going to worry about the choices because we are going to add a door. Here you are on the upper level of the study with even more. I did pretty good, I guess, because I was really, really scrupulous about the editing here, or I should say zealous. I was really zealous about the editing here, so I really got in there and removed. And you can see there's actual spots here, pauses, but I'm gonna leave those in. And it looks like I got most of the kind of the junk dialogue, you might say, out of there. Let me go through. Hit one to go back to lower level. Except we're not having a choice here because we're adding these doors. And so we're going to add a door here. In fact, I'm going to see if I can make these both work at the same time. And eventually the choices array will be just doors. We can call the doors something else when we're done. We want to go back to the study. So destination is study. Okay, let's go back to the study. The destination is upper level. Let's go ahead and rename this upper level. We're going to call this door to study. Doors pointing both ways. Let's run this just to make sure everything is still working okay. Doesn't matter because there's nothing here. One, study. One, go back to the floor. One, go to the story. Study, 0. The next thing we need to do is we need to go into Room Manager. The door script needs to have choice number. That can make it a string. Let's do export, and then I'll add choice. Now you're linked. Now it's getting a little choppy. Maybe you should go back to the 50% proxy. Now you're linked to the choice. Now door to upper level. One is to go back to the foyer, and we can make 2 the door to the upper level. There we go. We can make 2 the choice. Destination of course is upper level. All right, and then let's go to the upper level door and have an all right in there. I don't need that. 2 the choice. Destination of course is upper level. All right, and then and that would be this one. Upper level, and then let's go to the upper level door. I say upper level a lot for some reason. The door to the upper level. There we go. We can make 2 the choice. Destination of course is upper level, and then let's go to the upper level door, and we can actually do 1 just to go back to the study. So that will be choice 1. Okay. So I'm essentially kind of doing the same thing, and even though I don't necessarily need to do it, a couple things it does. One, I'm actually doing a lot of uhs in there, and we can actually do 1 just to go back to the study. So that will be choice 1. Okay. So I'm essentially kind of doing the same thing, and even though I don't here, let's at least remove some of the uhs out of there. And even though I don't necessarily need to do it, there's again. Tend to do that a lot. You know what? Who else does a lot? Bill Gates. And I don't like Bill Gates now, and so I don't want to say anymore. Because it reminds me too much of Bill Gates saying when he talks. Even though I don't necessarily need to do it, a couple things it does. One is I can have a visual on what door. Man, it's a lot of us. On what doors lead. Have a visual on what door. I can have a visual on what doors lead where on what. Let's get that a little bit. Still a little bit here too. Okay. Here on what room doors lead where on what here on what on what room. Here, let's just back this up. Back that clip up. On what room? The here on what room? On what room? The upper level is technically its own room. Door to study is the only door here, but if you had multiple doors, they'd each have based on their choice. Yeah. Oh, there's some spots here that apparently I was going to cut out as far as, and I missed some of these. It looks like I missed some of these. Let's see if that still sounds okay though. Multiple doors, they'd each have based on their choice. Yeah. multiple doors. They each have based on their choice. You have choice.
Well, let's do something here. Let's go ahead and hit. Okay, let's delete that.
On their choice. You have to make sure those each have based on their choice. You have to make sure those are unique also. You have to make sure that you have enough choices. That is, you can only go 1 to 9, and if you do 0, it'll still exit. So upper level doesn't have any choices. And the study choices are one halfway house. And the door to the upper level is, of course, option 2. Let's reflect that here. To go to the upper level. You also notice second level also filled with books. Upper level. In the choices array, we only have one. That's to the halfway house. Goes back to the foyer, basically. 2 goes to the upper level, but its deal is based on the door itself. Study, door to upper level, 2 upper level. Hit 1 to go back.
Oh, up. Let's go back down.
The door itself. Study, door to upper level, 2 upper level.
Let's do that. Half the time I'm repeating something, I'm adding something in between. So I'm like, okay, go here to this, and then I'm like, I do something else, and then I say go back to this, but then it sounds like, it's repeating itself when it's not.
On the door itself. Study, door to upper level. Hit 1 to go back to lower level. Door back to studies, the lower level, and its choice is 1, and that's fine. The next thing to do is go back to the next thing to do.
Let's take out that is. Let's see if that'll still work.
And that's fine. The next thing to do, go back to the room manager. Now what we have to do 1, and that's fine. The next thing to do, go back to the
Let's.
The next thing to
do is hit K. Let's go ahead and also hit K. Delete. Page down. Backspace.
The next thing is go back to the room manager. Now what we have to do is to look at the children. So var door equals null. Then now what we have to do is to look at the children. To the room manager. Now what we have to do is to look.
Let's take out the now. I don't know if that will that'll work.
To the room manager. What we have to do is to look at the children. So var door equals null. Then doors equals current room dot get children, or door indoors. Choice number is equal to door dot choice change room choice number. So this is how it's supposed to go. So say we're in the study. Actually, I should do an if here. We'll base it on here. If it's not equal to that, then we'll say else, and we'll put these in underneath the else here, and that's going to be a colon. Based on the choice number, this is assuming the study actually has a number in it. It does. It's got the halfway house. The 2 is the upper level. We get to the dealie, checking for input. We're going to loop through each of these. We're going to say choice plus choice number. So we get to 1 here. If choice 1 is pressed, then we're going to check the current room for the choices, and we're going to see if there is any text in the choice array. In this case, there's a 1 there. Then it's going to say, okay, it was choice 1 that they picked.
Where am I at? I don't know if you guys could tell it, but I kind of dozed off for a second, like per usual. I'm getting annoyed at myself, but I'm gonna try to get my sleep schedule back. Bounce in DAWs creates a destructive flow, but okay if you don't do it too many times. I saw some ripple deletes when I first joined the stream. Good stuff. A lot of people have solutions to remove first pass dead air untested. Oh yeah. Um. Okay, I'll probably click on that in a bit. What time is it? 2:35. Stream's been going for 2 hours. I've probably been on here for an hour and a half, maybe, if that. Okay. Well, let's see. How close am I to the end of it? 2 more minutes. Okay, 2 more minutes. It's going to be more like, I don't know, 10 minutes, but 2 more minutes of footage I have to go through to make sure that it's kind of flowing okay. There's a lot of I have a lot of actual like kind of bad edits. They're not really bad, but they're choppy and stuff. So I am butch up good tweets. uh butch myself, I and me. Got him in on the background while I make sure my upgrades are working. Maybe I should stream before or after him. We should coordinate. Yeah, I don't know. It kind of depends, Matt. Um, you can probably pretty much stream anytime you want, even if it is over the top of me, because I don't know. People, if people liked our stuff, if they liked your stuff and not mine, then I wouldn't be getting people anyways. I wouldn't be getting watchers anyways, and same for vice versa. And if they both like both of our stuff, then they'll watch one, but not. They'll watch the other one later. They'll watch the other one live. Maybe they like you better and want to watch you live better, or vice versa. So it's cool. All's cool. Here, I'll just go ahead and say it. You can stream whenever you want. Just basically what I just said here. So if people like you and not me, then I wouldn't get those viewers anyways, and vice versa. Also, if they like both of us, then they'll watch one live and the other after the fact. So our audiences would be kind of similar, but they wouldn't necessarily be the same either. So, anywho, um, Lost Cause appears that will be a feature at some stage. Yeah, that's cool. I'll be on the lookout for that for sure. Okay, so let me finish this up here instead of spending all my time chatting in IRC. So pardon me, guys. I'll respond to you in a few minutes. I mean, if you have something else to say or whatever other things to say. In this case, there's a 1 there. Then it's going to say, okay, it was choice 1 that they picked. So now we find the file current room.choices choice number. That's going to be 1, and it's going to be halfway house. So it's going to create the halfway house scene, full path and everything. It's going to change the room by doing that. If it's empty, you're going to go through each of the doors. So for door and doors, choice number is equal to door choice. Door choice is a string. I say door choice twice, probably because they were in two different sentences, like I was saying, and then I was going, okay, door choice over here, but I can just cut it to where it just sounds like one sentence, even if it's not. Door choice, door choice. So if I do this and I delete this page down, backspace. Choice number is equal to door choice is a string. So we need to cast this to an integer. We have a string to, there we go. Now choice number is the number and door choice is going to be the string that it converts to the number. If choice number is equal to door choice, you're going to change the room with a destination. Change room door dot destination. Going through my head, it encounters a space. In fact, for number 2, there's nothing there. Empty string, not an empty string, do this. If it is an empty string, cycle through the doors. There's only going to be one door. Choice number equal. Oh, I heard a and actually that's this one right here, but I think there's another in there that I missed too. So let's just go ahead and cut it out. And then actually, I'm gonna here page down. Going through my head, it encounters a space. In fact, for number 2, there's nothing there.
empty string. Not an empty string, do this. If it is an empty string, cycle. Okay. I gotta stop saying I guess. I gotta be silent during those times. I can be silent instead of In fact, it'll be much easier to edit out the silence than it is to edit out the uhs. Not an empty string, do this. If it is an empty string, cycle through the doors. There's only gonna be one door. Choice number equals int door choice. So let's say we're on int door choice. So door choice. Okay, so I'm saying door twice for some stupid reason too. Like I said, I guess I do a lot of stuttering. I don't know if it's like a clinical stuttering. It's like staccato. You can tell by the way I talk. Sometimes that's just the way I talk, I guess. Choice number equals int door choice. So let's say we're on number 2. We come in and there's no string there. We cycle through the doors. This door says it's choice number 2. If the choice number, which is 2, is the same as the door.choice, which is also 2, then change room to the door's destination. And then everything should still work like it works, except I should be able to go to the upper level from here. Should is the keyword. Doesn't mean it's going to work. Okay, we're going to see if it works here. I hit play. And I'm not going to do this extra stuff in here that's keyword. Doesn't mean it's going to work. Okay. So that means this. We're going to see if it works here. We're going to see if it works. I'm going to take that out too. It's going to work. I hit play. We're going to go to 1 study, upper level. Here you're on the upper level of study with even more books to go through. Hit 1 to go back to the lower level. 1, 2 to go back to the upper level. 0 to exit. Everything works. Hunky dory. That's great. That's great. Okay, so basically all I did was I removed the choices from the room class. It's relying solely on the door. Okay, let's go back here. I'm just going to leave the rest of that on the way it is, but I'm still going to take out a few uhs here, and it should be good. Basically all I did was I removed the choices from the room class. I removed the choices from the room class. The room. Yeah, see the room. Yeah, okay, it's kind of a run on word here. In fact, I can see where I switched to because it gets a little fuzzy. It gets like down like you can kind of tell it a little bit. Room. Let's see if that actually sounds okay. From the room class. From the room. All right. Actually, I think that works. From the room class. It's relying solely on the doors, and the doors, they have the choice number and the destination. Eventually, it'll just match a name. Actually, there is some spots here that have some blank spots that I might want to remove. Some actual silence points that I do want to remove. That. And it's relying solely on the doors. And okay, like right there. It's relying solely on the doors, and the doors, they have the choice. Doors, they have the choice. Okay, so I can probably remove that. That was probably part of another sentence too. In other words, it's something that I kind of lost when I cut some stuff out. It's relying solely on the doors. They have the choice number. And actually, this we can kind of do the same. Wait, like. It's relying solely on the doors. They have the choice number and the destination. Eventually, it'll just. Okay, and let's go ahead and take this down. And this I can actually a little bit backspace. And the destination. Eventually, it'll just match a name. It won't even be a choice number. But right now, you need the choice number because that's what. Okay. I have a tendency of like stopping. That's that stuttering thing. But I have where I stop. before I say some other words, and I don't get that. I don't know. It's just it's a problem with the way I talk, I guess. Okay, let's delete that. And let's actually take that with that, and this kind of like that. Yeah, let's, and I'm gonna have to re-listen to a lot of this just so that I can make sure that these edits are kind of smooth enough. Okay, okay, okay. The reason I'm saying K is because I'm using the letter K for soft cuts. That's that. Let's do that. Do that. Let's do that. By a little bit. Okay, I'll leave that. That's all right. Do that. And some of these are words that start. Okay, let's do something here. Actually, let's put the right in the middle, and that way I can just do this, and I can just do that. A little bit of this, a little bit of that. All right, let's go back up here a little bit. Make sure everything is alrighty. So let's kind of back it up. Oh, wait a second. Did I? Oh, I was marking them. I was marking silent spots, and then I guess I started deleting them, even though I wasn't deleting them. Okay, that's all right then, I guess. All right. Oh, yep. Now it's stuck. I'm not sure if it runs out of memory or what, but there we go. Choice number because that's what you make on the keyboard. Press 1 through 9 on the keyboard, then it goes, finds the right thing, and then starts up the room. We remove that, we add stuff, we actually iterating through children of the room. And usually it's not going to be more than 9. It could end up having the ability to do more than 9 when I start adding the directions as separate destinations. But right now, this is how it works. One, see it's going like now, I said this adding 9 thing like twice, so let's see if I can find that again. Children of the room. And usually it's not going to be more than 9. It could end up having the ability to do more than 9 when I start adding the directions as separate. Having the ability to do more than 9. It could end up having the ability to do more than 9. Okay, let's go over here. It's not going to be more than 9. Usually it could end up having the children of the room. And usually it could end up having of the room. It could end up having the ability to do more than 9 when I start adding the directions as separate destinations. But right now, this is how it works. 1, see it's going like normal. It's going like normal. Hubert's abode. Go to the hat room. Go back to foyer. 0 to quit. And there you have it. Awesome. So now it's just under 10 minutes, and I guess to me that's does about well. I mean, that's fine. So now I have to decide on how I want to do transitions. Do I want to spend the time to render out the audio clips in pieces so I can do a crossfade? Or do I just like leave them abrupt? Maybe put maybe what I should do is I should just put black color clips in between the clips. It would be kind of abrupt, but it might work as far as being a here. I can even copy the let's see something here. I can even copy this color clip here. I have to disconnect the strips though. Hmm. Do Control C. Oh, where did it put it? Where did it put it? Okay, put it at the end over here. Oop. Oh, it went black. Okay. Oh, that's right. It puts them at the playhead, doesn't it? Okay. Alright, so let's just do here. Not, see, I mean, I knew it, but I didn't really realize it. Control B. And then I can leave that. So instead of having, okay, 3 seconds or 1 second? 3 seconds. We'll try 3 seconds just to see if I can get it to that. In fact, what I will do is actually, I should have did it before I copied them. Let's go to strip. Let's go to, what is it? Start and end. 360. Let's make it 300. Make it 300. 300. Let's take this off. And let's go to, can I go to just a 1 second granularity? One, two, three, four. Okay. Something like that. Okay, let's just do it like this. Actually, let's do something else. Let's delete that. Delete that. And delete that. And leave the 5 seconder. Okay, and let's it's gonna be a little bit tricky, but let's go to shift. I guess that's kind of handy to do it that ways. Okay, so let's just do the same thing here. Shift. Shift. I'm saying shift. Oh, crap. Okay, let's move this out. Let's go ahead and wait. Go ahead and select this. And by shifting, we're going to move this out. I'm just creating gaps in here kind of on purpose so that I can insert the yeah. Okay, now this is okay. I can close the gap here, kind of, and that's fine, in fact. And then what I can do here is now, well, now I have to select all these, but select this, then get it to single second granularity, if it'll do that. We're in between, we're about at 109, so we want to be just a second, so we want to be about the 108, maybe a little bit before the 108. Let's drag this to about here. That's kind of okay. Well, it's not that okay. Let's do it like about there. Okay. Actually, I was going to do it abruptly, wasn't I? Okay. Let's hit the snap on then. And how big is that? How long is that? 331. Let's bring it down to 3 seconds. It's actually 3 seconds and frames. 3 seconds and backspace. There. I only wanted 3 seconds in between anyways. I forgot I wasn't doing like a fade or something. So this over here. That. B. Page up. Backspace. Okay, let's go over here. So we're there. Control V. Backspace. Backspace. Okay, who's the wise guy? Where's the wise? What's going on here? Okay, fine. Backspace. We'll see if 3 seconds is okay. V. Backspace. And I'm not sure if I'm doing over the overlay text just yet. Okay, let's do that. Line that up. All right. Let's see what these just straight up color boxes, which isn't actual transition, but it kind of acts sort of like a transition, I guess. No cam or mic. I'm in the coffee shop anyway. You need a VTuber avatar and its module. Yeah. Yeah, I guess if you're in an internet cafe. Oh, what did I do? Oh. Wait, is it playing? The prompt. Oh, wait. I just want to get to the end because I just want to see how it looks of the tree-like structure. So I'm going to have to rewrite it so that I can go to any room I choose via the name. This works as it always has. You can just hit a number key and you can go to a new change. I like a skipping button. I don't know if Blender VSE has a skip button where I can just skip ahead. Like when I play back in like a YouTube or something, if I hit the right arrow, it jumps up like 10 seconds or whatever. I need something like that kind of functionality that can just jump through real quick through the timeline too. So I don't know if it already has that or not. To use Find Connected Room instead, and it works like it always does. So now I have all these scenes I removed from the room manager because I'm doing it dynamically and I'm doing it with code. All right. This seems okay to me as far as that goes. I don't have to have a transition then. Let's go ahead and we're gonna shrink that. Is this? I guess I don't know if I should do it that way. Should I do it that way? We actually got one space down there, one channel, right? Let's jump this down by just by one channel. Okay. All right, that'll work, and then I'll put this down here like that. So that way it kind of makes sense as far as visually. And then all I do here is right about here. I Control C, Control V, and I do the same here. Control V, Control V, and Control V. Because I'm going to have this kind of descriptive text. So let's do this, and then we just why? Wait a second. Oh, I see. All right. Because somehow, I don't know, somehow I moved these incorrectly. I think. Yeah, these are overlapping. They're not supposed to be overlapping. Caramba. Gotta select all these first. Zoom in here. Let's save it just in case. Overlay text. Bump. Overlay text. Okay. There. And that way, I'm going to have to make sure that the overlay texts are proper. So, this is a long one. That's why that's doing that. I can actually add a fade in, fade out on these two. Um, but I'll do that. Let's see. Let's go ahead and, well, doggone ya. Okay. Overlay text needs to be something. Let's see, what did I do here? This is a tree-like structure. I can't connect to. Okay. I need to rewrite. Uh, the the exit system. It's actually taking longer to do that than it is. Wait a second. Okay. Fuck on it. Pick this guy. Uh, why I need to rewrite exit system. Okay. That just fills the screen here. And then what's this one? this works as it always has. You can just hit a number key and you can use a key to be under room. It's an actual scene, and these are not scenes yet, but these are all scenes. Okay, those are not scenes yet. Yeah, that's right. So what I say here is structure. Okay. Now let's go over here. Let's go over here. And this is the longer-ish one. It's not the longest one. All these scenes I removed from the room manager because I'm doing it dynamically and I'm doing it with code. I modified change room to only take a string, which is the name of the room. Make sure that I'm sure. Once it's scene file, and then the choice. Let's go to it's not null, and I freed it up again. I think it managed it. Okay, so this is where I changed it to dynamic. What? No, stupid thing. Do that. There we go. Dynamic scene loading or dynamic T scene loading, because the Godot and Redot both use this .tscn. I'm just doing that because I'm being extra nerdy today, so sue me. Okay, implementing. Okay, implementing door system and keeping old was it node system? I don't know. New door system while keeping old intact. We don't have a justification on here, do we? Well, okay. Center. That's anchored from the center. That's not, all right. I gotta keep that. I mean, I can put it on 2 lines, but I gotta shorten that down somehow. What do they call them? Room names? Exit strings? New door system and old choice system together. Okay, that's actually not too bad. And one more. Overlay text. I'm just checking it. To remove the choices from the room class, it's relying solely on the doors. They have the choice number and the destination. Eventually, it'll just match a name. It won't even be. And then this is just nothing but doors. Let's do it like that. And let's shrink this down. And then let's go ahead and I guess we'll do a fade in, fade out if I can do that. Fade in and out. I guess it's having the time doing that. 310, 310. Looks like it did a good amount of work. What am I doing? Oh, fade in, fade out. Tree-like structure. So I'm going to have to rewrite it so that I can go to any room I choose via the name. This works. Okay. Fade in and out. Fade in and out. Fade in and out. Fade. What did I do? Fade in and out. Control S to save. And let's go and test it a little bit. The problem is that this is a tree-like nature of the tree-like structure. So I'm going to have to rewrite it so that I can go to any room I choose via the name. This works as it always has. You can just the rest of the descriptor, then it checks for the name. And then I just change the input handler to use find connected room instead. And it works like it always does. Huh, looking good, I think. So now I have all these scenes I removed from the room manager because I'm just to move this choice down here, 0 to quit. And everything works like it should. Actually, I like this. Okay, so what we're going to do interesting. Is we're going to create our new door object. Wait, I didn't see that. Okay, so what we're going to do here, so this is array, everything is going to change the study with even more books to go through. Hit 1 to go back to the lower level. 1, 2 to go back to the upper level. 0 to exit. Everything works hunky dory. That's great. That's great. Okay. So basically all I did was I removed the choices from the room class. It's relying solely on the doors. They have the choice number and the its abode. So the hat room, go back to foyer. This is cool. I like it. And there you have it. Some of the things that okay. So let's just stop that. Some of the things that where I have to basically where I have to work the hardest, I end up liking the best, I guess. At least I'm satisfied. I don't know if that makes them good or anything like that. But here, let's copy this. Control C. Let's go to the frame ends. Control V. What? Done. Got it. V. Enter. There we go. And this is all ready to render. All right. Well, I think now, of course, I don't really have that much time left exactly. Sort of, I do. Anyways, I think I should take a break now. A little break. I think I may have made some leftover coffee, but it also sounds like it went off. So either Dad restarted the coffee pot, but you do that so that the plate will heat up, and then so it'll be hot, or and I'll get what's left over, or he made a new pot, in which case I'll get another cup. So let us see what's in there, if there's anything left in there. And I will be back in about 15, 20, 30 minutes maybe. You know how the breaks go. Sometimes I'm gone up to an hour. It depends on what's going on. So yeah, so bear with me and pop on back here after about 15 minutes or check in or whatever. And I'll see you on the other side of the break. Hey, welcome back, everybody, or one person, or two people, or whoever. We are going to attempt. Not, I'll have to render this, but I'll render this later. But I'm going to bring in number 13, which I think is the first one that just has like small. It might not require that much editing. In fact, it might have a little too little of footage to actually edit into something meaningful. But we're gonna see. So this has been saved already. So let's open template again, and see where is overlay. Where are okay? There's that, and there's okay. Oh, I see. I have it. I have it way ways away from this over here, so that's all right. Okay, so what are we going to do today? Today we are going to go into source video. We are going to pick up on number 13. There's only two sources. I guess let's bring them in. Look at how small that is. That's tiny. I mean, that's good, but it's tiny. Okay, that's not so tiny. So, it will take, let's, down here, um, and this one down here. Okay, that'll be all right, I think. Alrighty. So first thing I want to do is I want to watch the footage fairly quickly. So let's go to dev stuff, Blender, Blender projects, library, source video, 13, BL proxy. Let's see here. Let's open this up first. Only 30 seconds. Okay, so that was just a clip of me adding on to my notes, which I can probably leave in there, even as is. I don't have to do anything. Okay, so let's open with this with VLC, so I can speed it up. 18 minutes. Okay. Oh, maybe I should turn on the desktop audio and desktop. There we go. And so what I did is I said, okay, I'm gonna see if I can just do like just a page of story, so I could actually get on to making the game part of it. And so I started with this line: "Man from a realm, a princess from another, are brought into a real magic kingdom, turned tourist resort by a good wizard to help bring it back from bring bankruptcy and stop it previously. Banished evil sorcerer from taking all of the realms connected to it." Okay. Then what I did is I started this, and this is actually the backstory. I was realizing, well, this isn't succinct, and this isn't even the main story. This is the backstory to it. Once upon a time, was a real-life magic kingdom. The kingdom wasn't doing so well financially. Taxes were at an all-time high. Most of the citizens were run down. There was very little to eat, and the economy tanked. And one day, a wizard named Hubert, who happened to be the king's advisor and very close friend, decided they needed some way to generate income, and that way was tourism. The king was skeptical at first, and then, as Hubert mentioned, the many tourist resorts in different realms and how they were all doing, the king thought a bit about it and decided it was a good idea. So they set about turning the kingdom into Chainlands Tourist Resort. I think I call it a Chainlands Magical Resort, but whatever. All was doing well until an evil sorcerer by the name of Maximus Spell started kidnapping tourists, and eventually was caught and saving them by Quicksilver because he had plans to build a machine that would open portals to any realm, so he could conquer them. But before he could execute his plans to build a machine, he was caught and banished. Okay, so that's actually the kind of the setup. In fact, I was thinking about at one point going into like Adventure Game Studio, which is basically to make Sierra online style adventure games using like old interfaces like the old SEI. I'm not sure if there's an AGI interface, style interface, or LucasArts or whatever, and to basically make old DOS adventure games.
Yeah, and this is something that gets me here. The fact that before in 3 point something or another, I forget what, like 3.8 or something of Blender, you could optionally speed up the audio. You could take the audio and you could speed it up, and of course it would make everything sound faster. Like this doesn't sound faster. The pitch is the same. Why? Because I think when you speed up in this or on YouTube, what it does is it literally removes chunks of data. So it's only like skipping ahead every so often, depending on how fast you're doing it. And so in a sense, you're not hearing it sped up like you would like a tape or something. So you're not running something faster and then the pitch goes up because it's running faster. It's literally taking chunks of the data out so that you hear it faster. That's why you don't hear a change in pitch or anything. It just sounds like you're talking fast. So so I wish you could do that again. I don't think you can. I don't think you can do that right now in 4.3. Maybe I can. Let's see. Here, a new tab. Uh, so let's see. In Blender 4.3 VSE, can you speed up or slow down audio clips? Yeah, but just because it says speed up and slow down audio clips, uh, you can't do a speed control on an audio clip. I don't even think you can do pitch or anything. So let's see. Let's disconnect strips for a sec here. Let's just select this. And does it have a way to adjust the pitch? See, I can't even adjust the pitch here. It's just the volume. That's all. I don't even know what offset is. Modifiers? Strip modifier. Sound equalizer. Just a sound equalizer, huh? What is a sound equalizer? Anyways. 30 hertz. 20,000. I don't even know what this means. Let's just Control Z. Cache settings and then proxy. Strip. And so that's all you can do. You can't do anything to it. Okay, let's try effect strip. Can I apply effects to audio sequence strips? Fade. I can do an audio fade. That's about much as you can do here. Sound probably just adds a sound. See, that's so weird. They took out the probably the only thing that might be useful. Retiming. Add retiming key, delete retiming keys. I don't know what that means. Set speed. Speed of retimed segment. Add modifier, sound equalizer. That's all you got.
commute. Huh. Just save it like that. So you can't really do much with audio now. You could do more, I think, in the earlier versions of Blender, which is really strange to me. Huh. Can't do speed control on audio. Adjusting the pitch of the audio. You can't adjust the pitch if it won't let you adjust the pitch. The retime feature. To do this, select the audio strip, press I, and choose Add Retiming Key. You can drag around the retiming keys to change the speed of the audio smoothly. For gradual change in speed, you can add keyframes and adjust them to create a smooth transition. To match the speed changes in the video strip, yeah, it doesn't have pitch value anymore. Yeah, I mean, I get it. I get there's a couple things. One is that it's not necessarily trivial to add some of these features, and see, yeah, it's not necessarily trivial to add some of these features, but there should be some basic, normalize and just some basic audio editing things that would just help when you're editing a video. Maybe if you want to do advanced stuff, maybe you should go to external. But the way Blender is trying to be an everything app, it should be an everything app. I mean, really should be. That doesn't mean that it would be as good as, like, say, Audacity or some paid digital audio workstation, but um, should be some basic features that allow you to mess with strips, speed up, slow down, change the pitch, add some reverb, just some basic stuff. New Blender update 4.0 that changed the workflow of the speed control of audio in the editor. It used to be speed factor value in audio strips. You could add keyframes to that value and easily edit the speed of audio. In Blender 4, there's show retiming keys option to change the speed of audio. Select the audio strip, press I, choose add a retiming key. You can then drag around the retiming keys to change the speed. However, when I add keyframes, it changes the audio to consistent speed between the keyframes. I want to be able to gradually change the speed. Huh. I actually would have to learn how to. You can't speed control audio. Yeah, I got Mint Debian. I probably have. Let's see if I have any, let's see, sound and video. I should have Audacity already in here, but apparently I don't. Hmm. I don't like the idea of not having not being able to do everything in Blender. I'd like to be able to do everything in Blender, even the game stuff. I'd like to see Blender Game Engine return. I could always go through Armory. Armory, I don't know if I can actually use Armory. Maybe I don't know what they're up to. If they're up to the newest version of Blender. I also don't know if Armory's got grease pencil objects, because I'm going to be doing some 2D animation in 3D environment. Once they're able to add that, then I'll be able to do that. If I can do that what UPBGE or whatever it's called. Um, let's see here, temp. Did I put it in current? I need to reorganize this thing. UPBGE. Um, okay, let's click that. The way I looked at UPBGE is it's under GPL, regular GPL, I think. There's the licensing stuff, and then um, I don't know. It doesn't seem to have robust as far as tutorials and stuff. It supposedly is able to do um, hmm, Linux app image. FAQ. I can just download it like that, but I'm gonna check this out first. Download and install. Muse Hub. What is Muse Hub? What is that? Huh. Interesting. Um, Support page. Okay, Linux. I'm gonna go to the Linux one. Microsoft Store from the internet, of course. Um, Linux. There we go. Go to the download page. Properties, permissions. Run the following. Yeah. If Joe try install. Various distributions can be found at. May have a Audacity package as part of the repository. Generally, the version from the distribution is older than the latest app image, but it may be better integrated into your distribution. Yeah, I mean, I could go to Linux Mint, sudo apt install Audacity. I can just go to the software manager probably, and I don't necessarily need to use the terminal, but Audacity. Oh, let's see, what are we at? 4.6. Uh, this is 3.2.4. Oh, 4.6 stars. I mean, I could always use the older version, I suppose. Or I could just download it and try to run it. Why not? Let's try it. Okay, save. Sure. Okay, show in folder. Actually, let's remove both of these Discord junk here. And let's see. Permissions. Execute. Close. Let's see if it'll work. Oh, so it does work. That was pretty quick. I have app image. Did it actually install, or is it just like downloaded? Like, am I just running it? Web protection does not collect any personal information. Required network access. Okay. Okay. Now the question is this actually installed? Be sound and video. I don't think it's installed, is it? I don't even need it to install it. I just need to put it somewhere. I guess I could leave it in downloads. It's not going to hurt anything. Tools. Help. Check for updates. Okay. Let's see something here. Open. apparently I can open videos, right? Okay, so let's go to. Mm, I have dev stuff here. Let's go to dev stuff. Projects. No, dev stuff. Blender. Blender projects. Library. Source video. 13. Let's see if I can just open these as. Open the audio here. I can. Recording. Let's go over here. So what if I. Let's see. Select all. Tracks. Generate. Huh. Effect. Pitch and tempo. Change tempo. Ten 86 seconds. That's interesting. Um, say 50% change. Okay, apply. Well, actually, I could have just previewed it. Doesn't really matter. I'm seeing how it sounds. Recording. Let's go here to. Oh, come on. All right. Okay, so yesterday. Now you'll probably see this in a little small 30-second video from yesterday what I actually got done. But I just wanted to kind of recap a little bit of what I've been doing. So I decided that I wasn't moving as fast as I wanted to, and that's where I was writing this narrative. I need to list them out as leaves them in peace. I should be able to start. How does 50% translate into a week after? Which it's like 18 honestly, minutes. I should have already been. Let's. I guess I should be able to undo, right? Okay, so let's I wanted it twice the speed. I put 50%, but why does 50% translate why doesn't it translate to 9 minutes instead of 12 minutes? I don't get that. But I don't even care that much, I guess. Um where's the calculator? 10 86 divided by 2 equals 543. Oh, no. Effect. Change tempo. Okay. 0. Wait a minute. 100. 100 does it. Oh, that's interesting. Okay, so 100 basically cuts it in half. 100% change. That's weird, but okay, that means that was 20. Okay, preview. Recording. Let's go here to. Oh, come on. All right. Okay, so. Yeah, that's actually not too bad. That means it's 9 minutes, and that just puts it right in. I don't know if I want to do this exactly though, because it's just me talking for 9 minutes. I mean, it's showing it. Huh. Should I do that? Okay, try it. Why not try it? Okay, apply. All right, it's about half speed. Okay. Well, I guess I don't know. It'd be export, right? Export audio. On your export to computer. Wave is probably fine. I don't know how large a file that is, but it should be okay. Now, it's not going to be in documents, though. I don't know. Maybe I won't do it in Wave. Just cancel. Let's see. Ogvorbis FLAC files. I can do it in FLAC, probably. Does will Blender read a FLAC file? Here. Can Blender wait 4.3 VSE read FLAC files? FLAC as a huh. There have been issues reported. Uh, what is the recommended audio file format for Blender 4.3 VSE? Yeah, well, it says sometimes FLAC doesn't work in Blender. Let's see. Maybe we could ask some guys in Blender. Anyone know if there are still problems with LEC inside Blender? Do I need to use MP3 or just like a WAV file? Does anybody know? Supported. Okay, we'll look at the supported audio video formats in the documents. At least I should do that anyways. Okay. Video codecs, audio codecs, AAC, AC3, FLAC, and MP3, Opus. Orbis. I could just do PCM, I guess. I don't know. Let's go ahead, let's do it in FLAC first. And let's browse, and then let's go to what am I looking for? Dev stuff, Blender projects, library. No, not library. Yes, library. Yes. I mean, I guess I could just leave it there. Yeah, actually, let's leave that. It's just the date of the MP4. Save. That's fine. We'll just save it in source audio directly. Okay, and I'll just say export. Now, file. Export audio. Computer. I could have left it as mono. I mean, it might have stereo in it, but I'm not doing anything stereo-wise. I could have left it mono. I'm not gonna worry about it. I'm just gonna, let's see, Vorbis? Try Vorbis. I could have just left it in wave format too, so. Okay, it'll export in the same place. Okay, export. So that way I have two different things just there. Okay, I'm just going to leave it open even right now. And let's go ahead and let's actually just bring it in here. Or actually, let's not bring it in. Let's go over here. I'm going to leave that there right now. I'm going to go in GPT files. Oh, weird. Um, I don't even know if it's somebody downloaded. Is this conversation small by waving? I'm not even sure. Anyways, let us. What am I trying to do? Dev stuff. Blender, projects, library, audio. Oh, okay. Black is 27 megs and August 7 megs. I don't know how each of them sounds, but do we have something that can play it? Open with. What? No. Oh, it's trying to open it with Handbrake. No, I don't want to open with Handbrake. Doggone ya. Open with. I don't care. Rhythm box. MPV. It doesn't really matter to me. Recording. Let's go over here to. Oh, come on. All right. Okay, so yesterday, now you'll probably see this in a little small 30-second video from yesterday where it actually got done. But I just wanted to kind of recap a little bit what I've been doing. So I decided that I was moving as fast as I wanted to. What happened to
For,
this dang stupid?
writing this narrative, and
Was
it was
that?
taking too long, and it's 9 pages, and that was all this up here, and it actually got to the halfway point. Now I'm still thinking about somehow maybe going through and finishing this here, this so hopefully it'll have 9 more pages or something for the second half. And what I'll use is I made up a list of these Oh, that's okay. That's interesting. That's kind of annoying though. I don't want to open with Rhythm Box then, so let's try MPV. Recording. Let's go over here to. Oh, come on. All right. Okay, so yesterday. Now you'll... All right. Okay, so we're just gonna go into source audio and we're gonna pluck this out. Let's go back up. Let's go up. Let's go to audio. That's the FLAC. Let's see if I can bring that in here and if I can actually hear it. Looks like it's good. Let's see if we can play it. And a little small 30-second video from yesterday where it actually got done. But I just wanted to kind of recap a little bit what I've been doing. So I decided that I wasn't moving as fast as I wanted to. Okay, so let's do something here then. Let's go ahead and disconnect strips. So I can just select that. Let's go ahead and actually mute this strip. Mute strip. Okay. Actually, let's do something else. Control Z and right. Control Z. We're gonna leave that like that. What I'm gonna do here instead is let's drop this down and let us do a copy of this. I don't know if it's Control C or if it's to redrag the video back. But here, we'll do this. Okay, that's fine. And let's take these and mute. Lock. I don't know if I need to lock it, but we're just gonna do that anyways. And then let's take this, disconnect these. We're gonna take the audio, we're gonna delete it.
we are going to drop this down. Actually, I need to, there we go, align to that. I'm going to align this to this. I'm going to take here, I'm going to do a speed control if I can. I don't need, wait a second. Speed control. Movie strip, no, it's got to be effect strip, right? Can I not just do it now? Add effect strip. Speed control. Okay. So what we're going to do here then is we are going to shrink it down to that. And I'm going to see if that works. Connected to it. Okay. And then recording. Let's go over here to, oh, come on. All right. Okay, so yesterday, now you'll probably see this in a little small 30-second video from yesterday what I actually got done. But I just wanted to kind of recap a little bit what I've been doing. So I decided that I wasn't moving as fast as I wanted to, and that's where I was writing this narrative, and it was taking too long, and it's 9 pages, and that was all this up here, and it actually got to the halfway point. Now I'm still thinking about somehow maybe going through and finishing this here, this, so hopefully it'll have 9 more pages or something for the second half. And what I'll use is I made up a list of these plot points, and but maybe I'll flush the rest of this out because I don't think I should just like abandon it. But I wanted to get something done so I could get the game, the first phase done quickly. And so what I did is I said, okay, I'm gonna see if I can just do like just a page of story, so I could actually get on to making the game part of it. And so I started with this line: man from a realm, a princess from another, are fighting through romance, kingdom, tourist resort by good wizard to help bring it back from bring bankruptcy and stop the previously banished evil sorcerer from taking all of the realms connected to it. Okay. Then what I did is I started this, and this is actually the backstory. I was realizing, well, this isn't succinct, and this is kind of cool. This is the backstory. This is Most times real life magic kingdom was abused well financially, taxed at an all-time high. Most of the citizens and inns were run down, people very little to eat, and the economy tanked. And one day, a wizard named Hubert, who happened to be the king's advisor and very close friend, decided they needed somebody to generate income, and that way was tourism. The king was skeptical at first, and then this is going to be kind of like all over the place. This is a 2 times speed, and I don't know if people, when they watch it, if they'll look at it and kind of go, that's too fast. I can't understand what he's saying, kind of thing. But I'm tempted just to do it like this because the time is like right within the time. I don't need to edit it or anything. Hubert mentioned many tourist resorts in different realms and how they're all doing. The king thought a bit about it and decided it was a good idea. So they set about turning the kingdom into Enchanted Lands Tourist Resort. I think I call it Enchanted Lands Magical Resort, but whatever. All was doing well until an evil sorcerer brought in a maximum spell, started kidnapping tourists, and eventually was caught and saving them by Quicksilver because he had plans to build a machine that would open portals to any realm, so he could conquer them. But before he could execute his plans to build the machine, he was caught and banished. Okay, so that's actually the kind of the setup. In fact, I was thinking about at one point going into like Adventure Game Studio, which is basically to make Sierra online style adventure games using like old interfaces like the old SEI. I'm not sure if there's an AGI interface, style interface, or LucasArts or whatever, and to basically make old DOS adventure games. Eventually, it was ported to Windows, and it's got kind of a sizable community. And so I was going to do a prequel, and that would be this. What happened the first time? I would do it in AGS, and then. You know, I could actually take this and instead of doing it like double speed, I could do it. You try it. Yeah, actually, I just I saved it in both OGG and FLAC, and I imported the FLAC. Everything seems to work fine. And I imported FLAC. Everything seems to work fine. Yeah. So okay. Oh, I don't get why YouTube keeps doing that. Not receiving enough video. And what does it mean not receiving enough video? Does it mean I'm not doing enough stuff to where it sends enough video through? I shouldn't even be doing. It should be like constant bitrate or something. It shouldn't be variable or anything like that. It shouldn't be dropping frames or whatever. I don't know. Maybe 60 frames is too much or something for my setup. Or maybe, you know what? No, my dad's been playing stuff for a while, so I don't know why it would have a problem now. I don't know. I'm gonna have to quit this here pretty soon, anyways. So maybe what I should do is um, that initial where it said 50%, which means effectively 25% faster. I should set it to that, and then I should cut it down to appropriate length. It's only 12 minutes anyway, so I could probably do it at that length. So, okay. Let's let's just delete everything. Delete, delete, delete. Control S. Lock, unlock, unmute. Wait. Unlock, unmute. All right. So maybe I should do it that way. Some people aren't like me, and they can't watch it in 2 times speed. So if I do it 1.5 speed, most people can probably watch it like that. Okay. Let's see. Okay, I actually have this in download, so I could just I guess run it because that's all it's doing, right? Actually, let's check the browser and Audacity. Uh, Download install. Go down, click the uh, properties. Yeah, double click to run Audacity. Okay, I don't. I guess I don't need to install it either, so that's fine. I can just leave it here. Just not worried about that. File, recent files. We're gonna open the same file. We're going to tools. We're going to effect, pitch and tempo, change tempo. Oh, okay. I need to select all. Select all. Tools. And honestly, it can be. It doesn't need to be stereo. Um, effect, pitch and tempo, change tempo. Let's stick this. Let's make this so 50%. That apply. Use high quality stretching. Apply. So it's taking a little while to do the high quality stretching, which is fine. It's actually pretty funny too because the speed control thing. So I took the audio, I put the audio in, and then I added speed control to the video, and then I just resized the video clip size to the audio clip size, and it's pretty much synced up and perfectly. This is kind of interesting. You expect some resistance, some weirdness, but not really. Okay, file, uh, export to audio, export to computer, audio.com. I could do that sometime, but I don't need to right now. Um, let's do FLAC files, and I can export it to FLAC, I guess. Yeah, you can replace it. That's okay. Considering, and then we can go over here, and we can copy it. Okay, and then these here we can mute. I'm gonna go ahead and lock it. I probably don't need to do both of those, but just to be safe, on the safe side. And well, that's weird. How come? That is really weird. How come I put the audio track above? I see. Control C, Control V. Does a stupid, weirdy, stupid thing. Alright, let's go ahead and mute and block. And I'm really cutting it close today. Let's go ahead and disconnect strips. Let's go ahead here and delete. Let's delete the audio. Let's drop this down one. Let's go ahead here to actually down here. And the strip is about 12 minutes. Okay, 12 minutes. It doesn't mean I'm going to strip speed control. I might not get to the rest of this today, but what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and actually I'm going to go ahead and take this out, and we're just going to do this tab. That's the overlay, which I probably don't necessarily need. Okay. So let's hit it. This will be number 13. Recording. Let's go over here to. Oh, come on. All right. Okay, so let's do something here real quick. Let's go to proxy. Let's go to 50. Let's turn that off. Let's do overwrite. Let's do set 50% overwrite set and rebuild proxy and timecode indices, and which is fine. We'll let that go. View. Let's see if I can actually. Will it let me do 50%? Even though it doesn't have 50%, like it's not rebuild or something. Anyways, it doesn't really matter. Let's hit it. Yesterday. Now you'll probably see this in a little small 30-second video from yesterday, what I actually got done. But I just wanted to kind of recap a little bit what I've been doing. So I decided that I wasn't moving as fast as I wanted to, and that's where I was writing this narrative, and it was taking too long, and it's 9 pages, and that was all this up here. So yeah, when I edited this, I guess this will have to be edited later. Let's do something here though first. Let's let's squeeze this first. Then let's take this and let's. Actually, this is just the raw file, right? I'm just going ahead and delete this just so that here. Let's lock mute, unmute, unlock, unmute strips. Okay, let's just take this and we'll delete it. Okay, like that. Take these. We'll just jump them up here. So, and this will drop down. Can I? Oh, that's the first channel, huh? All right, let's bump this up by 1, and we'll leave that. Make sure everything's good right there, and the overlay strip. Probably won't even need the overlay. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's actually put this over here like that. All right, that'll probably do for right now. All right, well, I didn't get to it, but there's not much here, and I guess each update is gonna be like different, I guess. When I finally upload these, they're gonna be like, why do they have this? You know, how come this has music and this doesn't? Why is this choppy and why is this doing this way and that way? Is whatever. At least it'll keep you guessing. So when you watch it, you'll be like, what does this do? Um, but also at least it maybe somebody will watch it and then they'll watch the next one and then it'll be different and then they'll watch another one and it'll be even differenter. And I don't know. I don't know if that'll help or hurt or not do anything at all. Anyways, I think I gotta quit now because we need to go to the store and of course it's time for supper and all that. And okay, so I want to thank you guys for watching, for putting up with me, basically watching or listening. And I'll probably be editing sometime this week, like off stream, basically. After time, I might do another super secret stream maybe if I feel like it sometime over the week. But I'll probably see you tomorrow, and tomorrow we'll be getting back to the plot outline. And I got, let's see, I got two things to do. I got to put the Count's subplot, which he needs to find a mate, and somehow I'm gonna tie that into the main plot. So it's not just it's not just gonna be a random unrelated like side plot to get him to help you. You know, they do that a lot in adventure games. Um, Even though the RPG will have like the pointless, what I call the pointless side quests. The pointless being it doesn't add to the story. All it does is it gives you points or gold or something. You go in these side quests, and they, in some cases, if they're good, really good, they'll have it as part of the character's backstory or something. But it won't be directly related to the main plot. And sometimes it might if it's a really good game. There's some games that really do that. Um, Somebody was saying that the Ultima 7 story kind of pulled you in by having all these different character stories. And so, I can't say for certain because I didn't play many RPGs before. I might play some of them now, some of the retro ones like the Ultimas and stuff, but I never really played it. But so it's not going to be like just it's not going to be just a little bit of a story that doesn't have anything to do with the main story. So I'm going to tie it in somehow. So somehow finding a mate for him is going to help the heroes defeat their enemies somehow. I don't know how, but I'll figure it out. So he's got a subplot, and then Princess Karen actually needs one too, because she needs a little bit more depth in her story. And then after that, that should be pretty much everything in there that needs to be in there. Pretty much every character and what they do are in there. Not NPCs. I still might have some NPCs, from depending on what I need. But all the main ones will be there, and all their subplots and all their stories will be there, and it'll be good. So yeah. Anywho, I will see you tomorrow. Same bat time, same bat channel. Well, actually, not the same bat time because I always seem to do it different times. I'll try to be here at noon Eastern Standard Time, North America, U.S. I don't know if there's another time zone like on the very tippy end of East Coast Canada, like way up north or something. I think it's just all East Coast. I think maybe there's an island or something off to the side, off the East Coast or something. I don't know about in Canada, but Eastern Standard Time, 12 noon, UK time, 5 p.m. for 4 hours approximately. So 12 to 4 or 5 to 9, depending on where you are in the world. Anyways, see you tomorrow. Thank you for watching. And yeah, so I will see you later. Thank you for watching.